so happy that you're back with us. And I bet many of you already know where I'm standing. Have you guessed it yet? Rua Franco. Because it is well known for what? Tapas, tapas, tapas. Historical streets in all of Old Town. We are talking that you can look back at historical maps and see that this street was actually laid out in the 11th century. Okay, pilgrims, so I did a count. Can you guess how many tapas opportunities are on this street? I'm telling you, in a very short distance. This road is not that long. There's over 30 places that you can stop and get a tapas and a drink. In addition to that, I think there are over 20 souvenir shops on this street alone. And there are maybe right around 10 places that you can get something sweet to eat or maybe go home with some Galician cheese. So let's take a tour. This name came from the fact that there were so many pilgrims that were walking here from France, right? Camino Frances. So first of all, it was named for that. But also there were a lot of people that came from France to actually help serve pilgrims down this historic street. What's the vibe in this city this week? I'll tell you what the vibe is. Cold and wet. Heaters are on, down comforters are out, coats, raincoats, and you can't go anywhere without an umbrella right now. 1 minute it's sunny like it is right this second, and in 2 minutes more it'll probably be raining. So that's the vibe of the week. I'm just laughing, everyone, because it's literally only been about 10 minutes. And look, it's raining. Umbrellas are out while we're filming. About Rua Franco without doing the Dakar rally. And this is named after the race that is from Paris to Dakar, right? Paris, France to Dakar, Senegal. And some university students started this, but it's legendary now. So the way this pub crawl works is this. You start at Paris Cafe, you order a glass of vino tinto, and then at that point, you have to tell a joke before you can start drinking. So, all right, so what's my joke? Here we go. I'm at a Spanish magic show, and the magician suddenly goes, uno, dos, and then he disappeared without a trace. All right, so I earned my drink of wine. I wish you could be here with me. Let's try it out. I love living in Spain. It's what, 2:30 in the afternoon? Okay, so people ask me all the time, so, what do you like about living in Spain? And I say, well, one of the things I love is that every time we go out for drinks, we also get a free tapas. And I mean, look at this generous portion. We got a tortilla, an empanada. I'm standing out in front of Marie Minor, and this restaurant just newly opened this year. It is fantastic. The menu is wonderful. It's kind of a fusion Galician menu. It's a beautiful romantic setting. The patios, I told you guys it's raining, so there's umbrellas out. The patio is gorgeous here. The interior, oh my goodness, I love coming here. So check it out the next time you're here in Santiago. Now you are in for a special treat. I'm here at Lisbon Natas, and man, these are delicious. We're back. We've come to order some natas. Okay, you guys want a nata? I'm sitting here now at Lisbon Natas, and have you ever had a pastel de nata? Let me tell you, I've had quite a few this summer since finding this place. A good friend of ours that is from Portugal told us all about it, and we came right down to try it. And, well, shout out to my dad. Hey, Dad, because Dad and I, when he came to walk the Camino with me, I think we came here almost every day that we were in Santiago. The natas are delicious. And for those of you who have never tried one, it is an egg custard that is in a wonderful, wonderful flaky crust. They are delicious. These were actually first made, I think it was at Saint Jerome, near Lisbon, actually. And the monks there actually came up with this recipe, and they've been famous ever since. So if you ever haven't tried a nata, let me try one here for you. You can see the custard right here. Delicious. They are baked at a super high temperature. Something like 800 degrees. So they're really hard to make at home. I think at home, maybe you can get up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, but when you get them professionally made, it's super hot oven. And then, they do a little bit of that scorching routine on the top to get that beautiful caramelized flavor. And I tell you what, I don't know how you can make a nata even better, but they have figured it out because they have added Nutella. So let's check this one out. Oh my gosh. Look at that, everyone. Delicious. Okay, so we had to take a little break in taping because I literally had chocolate. The Nutella was all over my face. Anyway, as if the nachos aren't enough, they also serve this delicious port. And I'm sure you've had a red port. First time I ever had Blanco port was here, and it is delicious, right, Dad? How many of these did we have? And as if this place isn't cute enough, I mean, we've got the pastel de natas, we've got the port to drink, the beautiful music that's always playing, right? So this is Fado music, Emilia Rodriguez, and it is gorgeous. I just love coming in here. It's a perfect treat. Try to have it maybe around siesta time before we get back to more tapas. So remember, Lisbon natas. I just met 3 pilgrims that just walked into Santiago, all from Germany. And what's your first name?
Max.
Max? Annie? Annie?
Katja.
Katja. You started in St. Jean, yes? Right around October 8th, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. So how was the weather for you?
It was great. Like I thought in autumn it would be worse, but I think I only had like 2 heavy rain days, and yeah, so rain jacket, rain pants, rain cover, it's perfect thing that you need to have for Camino in autumn. Yeah.
First one for all 3 of you. Okay, great. What's been your favorite part?
Yeah, you can say meeting all those different kinds of people.
Yeah.
And just getting into really deep conversations with them and just sharing the core things of your heart with random people, but that you get so connected to each other.
Yeah. Something earlier about the Beatitudes, or there was one that really stuck out to you?
That's the last one. It says, blessed are you pilgrim, that you have discovered that the true way begins when the Camino ends. And yeah, it's just something that my Camino family and I all have discovered, that we could not really find the answers that we were looking for, but we got the tools to find the answers once we're back home.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. Next up, we have Maria Seco with her weekly Spanish lesson. Remember, she's from Spanish for Camino, and I got so much great feedback last week about her lesson. So let's see what she has for us today.
Gracias, Leigh. Well, whether you're going down Rua do Franco for tapas or ordering café con leche anywhere on the Camino, today I'm bringing you a cool way to order your food and drink so that you will sound more like a Spaniard. But first, here's how not to order. Please don't use quisiera. It's one of those words that a lot of people seem to know and use, and while it's grammatically correct, nobody uses that in Spain. None of us goes into a bar and restaurant and order our food and drink by saying quisiera. We just don't. So forget about quisiera. This is what you should say instead. Me pones. Me pones, and then you can just add whatever it is that you're ordering. Is it café con leche? So you say, me pones un café con leche. Do you want tortilla? Me pones tortilla, or me pones un pincho de tortilla. Anything else? Cerveza, a beer. Me pones una cerveza. You get the idea. So just me pones and then whatever you want to order. I would not try to analyze this phrase in too much detail. I would not try to translate it literally because it just doesn't work in English. It doesn't make sense in English, and it's not something that you would say, it wouldn't make sense. But that's how we say it, or at least one of the ways in which we order food and drink in Spain. So if you want to sound more like a Spaniard and be understood better, this is what you should say. Me pones. See you next time.
All right, if you are looking for somewhere that has an elegant dinner, something fancy to eat, El Pasaje is the place for you. It is owned by Jose and Margarita, and oh my goodness, they've been married for 40 years. The restaurant menu, incredible. If you come here to eat, hacer ekor. I'm standing outside Bar 46, which is also located here right on Rua Franco, and it is a favorite haunt of locals that live here. It's one of the oldest restaurants right here on the street, and one that's not quite so touristy, so check it out. Right across the street from it is Tour Galicia, and Tour Galicia is a great place if you're looking for side trips. You can see all the different trips that they have here, so this might be someplace you want to check out if you're wanting to take a bus somewhere while you're here in Santiago. The only reason I am this close to the door is because it's November. During the summer, the line to this place to get ice cream was all the way down the street. So that's the only reason I'm so close. My favorite ice cream here is got to be the pistachio. You can see it right here. Yummy, yummy, yummy. A lot of people like the dulce de leche. I think they're all great. Oh, you like the strawberry, yeah? Yeah. So anyway, make sure you check this out. Plan some time if you're coming in summer, because you will be waiting in line because Bica is super popular. So we're making our way on the pub crawl. We just left Paris a little bit ago. We maybe have had a few drinks at a couple of other places. We're not even halfway down the street. Slowly, we're making our way down to Dakar. Let's go. I'm standing outside Casal Coton, and this is the place where, you know, if you've walked down here, you know that they will be handing out samples to you of the delicious almond cookies. We're gonna hop in there and see what's going on inside the store. So this is my favorite spot to buy Tarta de Santiago's whenever I'm going back to the States. And they're gonna allow me to sample. I mean, we all know that I love this tarta, but if I can get a free bite anytime. Okay, well, you know, when I'm out and about in the city and I run into a pilgrim, I always start talking. We're at Casal Coton, and right now we have 10 from Sacramento, and this is what Camino for.
This is my fourth Camino.
His fourth Camino. So we said, do you want to say hi? So who do you want to say hi to back home?
Anybody. All
This
the
will be out next
Pelebrinos. Anybody, just, you know, you gotta walk the Camino, man. You meet the nicest people. It's about family. It's about inclusion. Get some exercise. And you drink some good Orujo.
Yes, so let's do a little shot of Orujo.
Cheers. It's nice to meet you guys. Buen Camino.
Buen Camino.
Asuncion?
Dime,
See?
salud.
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 She's been loading us up here today. Salud.
Salud.
Ooh,
This is good.
delicious. This is my favorite, the crema liqueur. This is at the Fountain of the Apostle. So we'll take a look at that right now. So this fountain, tradition says, is that as the disciples were bringing the bones of St. James here, trying to find a place to bury him, they got to this spot and the oxen that were carrying the cart just stopped. And they took that as a sign that this was the burial place. And so they stopped here, they looked ahead, there was a cemetery, and that's just directly ahead of us where the cathedral is. Another tradition about this location is that a pilgrim who was blind was actually healed here with the healing water. And so it became a place that other pilgrims came. As you're walking away from the cathedral, there's a very tiny chapel that was built in memory as to what happened at the fountain. So right here it is. It is a chapel that I think a lot of people never even notice as they're walking down Rua Franco. So be sure to check this out. Rua Franco is known as the gastronomic capital of this city. So if you're wanting to get something to eat, Rua Franco is a great place to go. And one of the things they're known for are these wonderful display cases where you can check out the food before you actually order. So look at this. We've got the pulpo, right? We've got padron peppers. We got bacca, the beef, and we've got these delicious scallops. Now, I got to say, when I say delicious, guys, I don't eat seafood, so I really don't know, but I do know about the beef, and it's wonderful. Okay, so one of the things that tapas bars are known for here is having these aquariums. So check out. This is what you're going to actually eat. Up here's a lobster. I'm at El Papatorio on Rua Franco right now, and oh my goodness, the night is starting out. It's Saturday night, and it's time for tapas. I just ordered this chorizo. It's got a lovely pepper on it, and queso right on there. Delicious. Look at that. Yum. And look at all the tapas in the case. It's going to be a fun night. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is delicious. Oh, the chorizo is perfect, but this spicy pepper on top. Oh, it's one of my favorite tapas ever. I'm really enjoying this. I wish that you were here with us and could actually try this. My favorite window at Taberna del Bispo, and I am so excited to be ordering tapas tonight. Come and have one with me. So it's raining, and we're standing outside having tapas. That's how good they are, right? And you wanted, did you want a jamon? Something?
No, I want the same.
Okay, we have that. Right, you ready? Let's give this one a try. We've ordered the tapas delicioso. Delicious?
Delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Ah, perfect. Okay, let's try it. Salud. Oh, that's good. That is so good. At the final stop of the Paris to Dakar tapas tour, or the wine tour, the pub tour, right? And so before I can take a drink of my wine, I have to tell you another joke. So here's the joke. So why should you not have a cat in Spain? Because you can't leave the Catalona. Get it? Catalona. Cheers, everyone. I'm glad I made it to the end. We just passed for the year the mark of 430,000 pilgrims that have received their Compostela. Always remember that only represents about 60% of the pilgrims that are walking in. But I would tell you, restaurants, cafes seem really, really slow right now. Let's talk about the news here in Santiago. It's been a slow news week, but some things that really caught my interest. The first news story I wanted to mention is that we have had a bit of a cold front here, and I mean, it's been chilly. Last night we were freezing as we were filming, and I looked into that and found out that actually, strangely enough, this cold front actually started in Buffalo, New York. So for all of you pilgrims that live up in Buffalo, I heard you had 6 or 7 feet of snow. And that cold front moved up into the Arctic and then came back down into the Galicia area, all the way down through Spain. So there have been record cold temperatures all across Spain this past couple of days. I think it's starting to warm up a little bit now, back to a normal temperature, but also it's raining. Imagine that. When I was back in the States, I was always looking for ways to stay connected to Spain. You know, a way that I could feel like I was still somehow near the Camino. And so one idea I have for you over the next couple of weeks, a way to stay connected to Spain would be to follow the national Spanish team as they go for the World Cup. The games will be on Wednesday, November 23rd, Sunday, November 27th, and Thursday, December 1st. Remember, they are in Group E, so go Spain, go US. I don't know which one I'm going to be rooting for more, but one thing that really surprised me, we were shopping around in Newtown, and there were all these signs for Black Friday. And I am so shocked. I didn't expect for Spain to have Black Friday specials, you know, because I thought that was something we did in the US on the day after Thanksgiving. But there actually was an article in the newspaper about it, and while Black Friday will be celebrated here, it sounds like folks that live here aren't feeling like they're going to spend all that much money with fear of recession, and everybody's kind of cutting back. See, it's a very cute pharmacy right across from Alameda Park. But what caught my eye about this news story is that they have become a TikTok sensation. Imagine that. A little pharmacia here in Old Town becoming a TikTok sensation. So it seems that the couple has been doing all types of videos on Instagram and TikTok about the skincare products that they sell at this pharmacy, and they have become a sensation. They have one video that I think has had something over 85,000 views, and they have something like 35,000 people that follow them on Instagram. So I just thought that was kind of amusing, but more than that, what an honor for the owners. They have been nominated to be Business Owners of the Year, so it's quite a big deal here in Galicia, and I just wanted to give a shout out because they're right around the corner from me. We have a music festival that is a celebration of jazz, soul, rock and roll, and R&B, and this music festival is going on for several years, so I think that's a great thing to check out if you're walking in this week. Also, there is an exhibition that is related to paper. I'll put the links in the show notes. Both of them look very interesting. Opportunity to wish everyone back in the U.S. happy Thanksgiving. Good night from Santiago. Thank you for watching our news show. We are so appreciative of all the kind words that we've received from all of you. And we wanted to ask you for a special favor. If you like what we're doing, could you share it with a friend, especially with anyone that hasn't walked yet? We would love for them to find out about the Camino as well as everything that's offered here in Santiago. And if you are already a pilgrim, well, we hope you're coming back soon. So please share, and thank you so much for watching.